Oh yeah, talking point platform, TTPTV. Oh yeah, Unale we pledge, we love and loyalty to we sweet, sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as one. For tomorrow, now we go make salute. Talking point platform for news everything now we country salute. For education, entertainment, political affairs, TV. We got enough Tanga one inside Sierra Leone like a big quantity. We breeze not a shit, TV.
And what bothers me is the fact that the Inspector General of the Police, who ought to have known that this syndicate is in operation, is a graduate of this of this very university.
And that issue is already with the police, who have the responsibility and authority to investigate general fraud. We investigate corruption.
Commissioner, it's good that you have mentioned the police. There are allegations that head of police himself acquired this fake PhD degree. So do you think he can investigate himself?
Yes, because of course it is the head of police who has been there, and the people who are responsible for these universities have been arrested in Sierra Leone.
Like I said, now let's start off with the conversation. And Sierra Leoneans are discussing academic fraud claims that allegedly implicates top government officials. The claims were raised by one John Idris, who claims to speak for the million Sierra Leone academicians against fake degree holders.
And among those implicated in the claim is the Inspector General of Police, Ambrose Vula, who holds a honorary doctorate degree from the Africa Graduate University in Uganda. I've just spoken to John Idris Lahir and began by asking what informs his resolve.
What actually inspires me, I would say there are many reasons. The universities in Sierra Leone, they are producing students, but yet still the joblessness is very high. But when you go to these offices, they are packed with employees. When you ask some of them where did you study, they'll say, oh, it was an online course. So I began to study these people, the trend as to how they got admitted into these colleges. And I came to realize that it is because of the type of education they are getting, their academic credentials, that has actually created, a major economic problem in the country.
And Dr. John, maybe to interrupt you, are you in a way saying key Sierra Leonean officials don't have the academic qualification and therefore not qualified to hold the public offices?
Some of them do have the academic qualifications, but once they occupy these government positions, they tend to go by fake PhDs, masters, that gives them undue advantage in their places of work.
But Dr. John, the claims you are raising are quite outrageous, I should say, because these universities where these officials have earned their credentials have clarified that their degrees are authentic.
But the university that clarified the issue is not an authentic university. It is the same criminal, network that continues to evolve, changing names and operating the same clandestine way.
But talk about a scam. Do you think fake degrees is a concerning issue in Sierra Leone?
It is a concerning issue. When the war ended, people decided that the best way to make it is to either fake it until you get it. This very university that gave this clarification, they've graduated over 1,000 people. How many of them are pharmacists today? How many of them are nurses today? How many of them are even employed in the office of the president? These are the key questions, and this has to stop. This has to stop.
And you sound pretty disturbed by this development, Dr. Idris. You talk about you are speaking for your people. Which constituency is this?
The Sierra Leone constituency, all 7 million people, I speak for them. Those with the fake degrees, they constitute less than 0.1% of the population. And what bothers me is the fact that the Inspector General of the Police, who ought to have known that this syndicate is in operation, is a graduate of this of this very university.
And you seem pretty determined with this course. To what length are you willing to go?
Well, I will continue to talk about this until maybe lay my life for this cause. The world is watching. The world is listening. Soon, the international other countries will refuse to accept degrees from Sierra Leone when Sierra Leoneans apply to go and say they want to go study overseas.
Yes, and for purposes of just clarity to our listeners who are not Sierra Leoneans, how many officials are you talking about?
I'm talking about, what would I say, close to 1,000, the military.
And where are you drawing your findings from?
Because the very university that is offering these degrees, how can you get a PhD? One, there is no dissertation. Two, no one examined that dissertation. Secondly, you did not go for conferences. This is the problem.
Well, clearly a dejected John Idris, a proclaimed voice of millions of Sierra Leone academicians who are against fake degree holders, Josie.
Yes, and this has been a very heated debate topic on our Facebook page today.
Another return no PhD, ye Dominion, ye the PhD na mi yun. Another return no PhD, be na IG. If you want to camp police, camp police.
Talking point platform for news every day in our countries alone. For education, maybe entertainment, maybe political affairs, TV. We got enough Tanga one inside Sierra Leone, like a big quantity. We breeze not a shit, TV.